Well, hello there,
Hey guys, how's everybody doing today?
and welcome in.
Welcome into Cruising Through Life.
And I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Jeremy, and we are Cruising is Fun Anytime.
And
Welcome.
together,
Oh,
don't
yeah,
forget.
we are J&S Adventures as well.
Yes, we
Welcome
are.
into the live show and also the replay. If you are joining us on the replay, God bless you so much. I know that a lot of you can't be here on a Sunday, but for those of you that are, welcome.
And we really appreciate you spending your time with us.
Yes.
Okay, you want to say who's it?
Yeah,
hey, Ashley.
Yeah, we got a few people in the chat here already. Ashley was in before the show. Welcome in. Also, Miss Betty J. Gathers is in. Welcome into the show. She said after this is nap time.
Oh, God. You better believe it, because we had meatloaf.
And a lot of dinner rolls.
And and mashed potatoes and all kinds of
it was good
stuff.
We also got Z Show Cruise Fun in the house. Hello, welcome in. And Destination Fun.
Hey, Sherry.
Made it in. She reminding everybody to hit that like button. Thank you so much. We got Warmstrong Adventures made it in the house. And who else? Oh, Andrew is talking to us.
Hello, Andrew.
Hello, Andrew. And let me see who else has made it into the chat. Everybody speaking. The chat is jumping. The Down Under Cruisers have made it in. Hello, good day. Welcome in.
Welcome
all the way
in.
from Australia.
All the way from Australia.
And, you know, we have a very, very special show planned for you today. It is called Mommy Dearest. And you want to tell them why?
Yes, I do. And first, I want to welcome everybody. Just welcome y'all, because to me, this is a very dear and near show today. I got two mommies. Well, I got three really, but two mommies that I feel are experienced. I mean, I saw Jennifer Armstrong. She's Warmstrong Adventures' daughter. I saw that interview he did with her, and man, I said, I didn't know that. You know, and I said, well, I've got a granddaughter that's going on the cruise with us. And I said, we need to get them somehow together. So we got this show together called Mommy Dearest. Not the Mommy Dearest that spanked you with the coat hangers, but the Mommy Dearest because they show so much love, you know, to their kids, you know, and that's why I wanted these experienced moms.
And we got another one in the house too. We got another mommy. It's Jennifer from Embarkation Nation.
Yes. And she's married to Andrew, and they have, y'all hear me talk about Chloe all the time. You know, I think she's just the kid diva on cruises. You should see how they have her dressed. She's cruise ready. And I'm not saying, you know, because they dress her nice or whatever, but she's just a cuter thing. She's just a cutie pie to me, you know. And then this is something I didn't know. I thought she looked like Jennifer, but I heard through one of the other the other channels that she really looks like Andrew when he was a baby. So I'm learning that Jennifer, you may have had her, but she might be Andrew's clone. Okay. So we have, like I said, the special guest, and we have a first-time cruiser, which is our granddaughter. We have a family reunion cruise planned for September the 2nd of this year. And she stays in Manhattan. And her baby is 2 months, but it'll be 9 months on the family reunion cruise. So because of that, I couldn't tell her what she needed to bring and pack and all this other stuff. But some experienced mommies could, Jennifer, you know. So we have a couple announcements, just announcements. The Daily Report. Thank you, Jennifer, that idea. J&S Adventures will be doing a segment twice a week, and then once a month or twice a month. He hasn't given a schedule to me yet. he will be doing a Nightbot tutorial.
Yeah, some tech tutorial videos for those of you that want to up your game in YouTube. I can teach you what I know, and I believe that is what it's all about. Is once you get information, it's kind of hard to keep it. And I want other channels to be as successful, if not more successful than ours.
Yeah.
You know, so that's how we're going to do it. We're going to do this together, and we're going to learn this stuff.
Yes. So without further ado, I want to bring on my guest. Just click the buttons.
Boom and boom. We're all here. Hey, guys.
We're all here. Okay, you can see their names. And if you haven't subscribed to either channel, please subscribe right now.
And to make it easier, I want our guest to go first. Go ahead and type in #creator in the comments section, and Nightbot will drop your link. We want people to connect to both of you because you got real good information for everybody.
Really good. Really good. We're so excited. And I thank you both for being here for me, but especially for my new mommy, that she's the only one that's going to have a baby on the cruise. So, and we've got toddlers, not toddlers. What do we have?
I would call them toddlers, but they're
wait a minute. What do we have? Wait.
They're little twins.
Yeah, 7-year-old twins. And we have a 9-year-old. So we couldn't tell her about what to bring because they just went on their first cruise in November.
And, for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, so we couldn't tell her. You know, we don't even know. Plus, she breastfeeds. And I think, Jennifer, you said you breastfeed.
Yes.
So y'all have a lot in common. See, I tried it and didn't like it. So here we go. I'm going to start because she's here on my side. Okay, Jennifer Armstrong. Tell the viewers about your channel.
Yes. So, hello everybody. My name is Jennifer from Mommy Millionaire. My channel is it initially started off with me trying to document my financial journey. I'm still in the beginning stages of it, so bear with me. But it started off as me wanting to document my financial journey. And as I'm thinking of videos to create, it's becoming financial journey and a channel about motherhood. So finances and motherhood, and how do you reclaim your time and like work to get your freedom back so you can do the things you want to do with your children and your family.
That's good. Okay, Jennifer from Embarkation Nation, Chloe's mom. I'm gonna have to do that.
Chloe's mom and Jennifer.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. So our channel is we're a family of 3, and it's kind of vlogs our journeys with Chloe. Chloe's been traveling since she was about a month old, and so we last year we were watching other channels, and I know we'll answer some of these questions, but we were like, why aren't we doing this? So we started vlogging about cruising, traveling, just going places with your child.
Okay, I'm gonna stay with you, Jennifer, Chloe's mom. I'm gonna stay with you for just a minute. Okay. How old is Chloe, and how many cruises has she taken?
Chloe just turned 3 years old last month, and that was her second. She's been on 2 cruises. Okay. 2 long cruises, 7 day and an 8 day.
Okay. And Millionaire Mom. How many cruises and how old are your babies? Because I know you got one, a boy and then a girl.
Yes. So my daughter, she's my oldest. She is 3, soon to be 4. And then my son he's almost 11 months. On the 29th, he'll be 11 months, soon to be 1. And as a family, we've been on 1 big cruise. And then, 1 cruise. Okay.
And how is flying? Okay. I'm going to stay with Millionaire Mom for this one. Okay. Now, when I saw you on your dad's channel and he talked to you about flying,
Mhm.
Tell us the story about the stroller, because Nene has a stroller just like you.
Ah.
Yeah.
So flying the stroller wasn't an issue. Going through TSA, it was nice. We did have to break the stroller down. So we had to like hold the baby and we had to put the car seat part through the metal scanner in TSA, and then we walked the stroller piece through while and then my husband he walked the stroller through and I was holding the baby and then I went through. Um, and so that was that through TSA and flying. The stroller wasn't an issue. It was actually really easy. So once we made it through TSA, we were able to just push the baby in the stroller. Everything was fine. And then when we started boarding the plane, we just put the like red security luggage bags with the stroller and then the car seat, and we just checked those bags and it was right there when we got done. So that was perfect. Now we had some issues on the cruise of getting through
Hold
the
up,
door
hold up
in our
until
room.
later. Hold up until later on that.
Okay.
Hold that one.
Yeah. Okay. How many? Okay. Embarkation, Jennifer, Chloe's mom. I need to know if Chloe has ever flown before.
Yes, Chloe has been on, I wouldn't say just under 10 flights. She started flying at 1 month old, and we've traveled to Boston about 3 times. We've gone to Vegas twice and to Disney World twice with her on a flight.
Okay.
Nene just went to Boston too. They just took a road trip.
Yeah, they took a road trip to Boston because she stays in Manhattan. But I need to know, how did you do with her on the airplane? Did she cry? Did she,
So flying with her when she was under a year old is completely different than flying with her now. When she was under a year old, a lot of times I'd give her a bottle as we board the plane, and we would give her a bottle. She would sleep through the whole flight. So easy. Now that she's a toddler, she wants to just run the plane. She wants to just stand, jump, run, touch everybody. And it's a lot more of a struggle. I'm going to be honest. And then usually when I'm trying to restrict her from touching other people or to not be in the aisle, that's when we get the screaming and crying. So we try now, just until we get her a little bit older, we try to avoid flights, but it is doable. We have found that flying early in the morning is a lot easier with us than in the afternoon after we're tired.
Okay.
We got some more people in the chat here. See, the world has made it in.
Hello.
Welcome into the chat. We also got, let me see, I saw somebody else. Wendy has made it in. Hello, Wendy. We also got one more, and it is the Mustard Drill. Mustard Drill.
Hey, Mustard Drill.
Nope, I missed somebody. Ocean to Ocean.
Hello, Ocean to Ocean.
Hello, welcome in. And once again, if you are a creator, type in the word #creator in the comments section as many times as you would like, and Nightbot will drop your link for you.
And we want to let everybody know, 2025, because Bill is not Bill, Bruce is in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
We want everybody to know we're going to Alaska. And if you want to get on board on that cruise, contact Bruce, Andrew from Embarkation Nation, or Jeremy. This is just a quick commercial break. Okay, now back. So, what is your live schedule, Jennifer?
Chloe's mom.
Yeah,
I think we might have lost Nene
Chloe's mom.
temporarily.
So our life schedule is very random. We are working to kind of become more consistent with our lives. This year, we've already done a lot more lives than we did last year. But for us, we try to schedule our lives when we are both off work, just because it is easier with Chloe. And they're more pop-up style for us.
Right.
For me too, because I have to, and I see everybody going live more so now
Mhm.
than before. And I try to do it, but I'm not comfortable yet. You know, I'm trying to go live. Okay. Now, Armstrong's daughter, have you decided when you will be going live?
You know what? I haven't yet. I haven't tapped into going live. I am trying to find consistency with posting videos. And so that's really where I'm at in my journey right now is finding the time to get consistent with posting any kind of content, honestly,
Right.
just posting on a consistent basis.
Okay, while I have you, this is Daddy there. He's got the baby. That's Darius. But
Hello.
you missed the part. Okay, we're gonna go back.
No,
since
we're going
here.
back.
We're gonna go back
yes.
to Jennifer Armstrong. Now that the dad is here, what is the struggle on the cruise getting the stroller? Okay,
Yeah.
Stroller.
the stroller.
Okay. So we have the car seat and the stroller attachment, the travel system. So the car seat attaches to the stroller, and the stroller was too big to fit in the doorway of like our cabin in on the cruise. So there was two different ways we could do it. So either take the wheels off of the stroller and walk through the door that way, or take the car seat off and fold the stroller down to walk through the doorway that way. So in the beginning it was an adjustment every time you walked in and out of the doorway to have to collapse the stroller. But towards the end it wasn't the end of the world. But it was inconvenient and my husband was doing all the heavy lifting. Sorry. So yeah, that was our journey, our experience.
Okay, Chloe's mom. What kind of stroller do you have?
So we on cruises take an umbrella stroller. We feel like it's just easier, and she's kind of to the point now where she's walking and running pretty good. It's more for when she's tired, and like when we were in Port and Cozumel and we knew we were doing a lot of walking, it was just easier to have it with us.
That's a pro tip right there if I ever heard one, because kids, once they give out, they become dead weight.
And we're not carrying her down that pier.
That's a long pier where we're going, you know. And also, I think we got a tender port on our sailing. So whenever you coming back with a sleepy child, just know that's gonna be dead weight in your arms, you know.
So do you suggest one of those harness things for a baby, or
like the carry?
Yeah.
When we traveled when Chloe was that size, we loved it. Flying, and also when we would go, we didn't cruise, but when we would go anywhere, it was just so much easier for us because if she fell asleep, we had her adjusted. Mommy Millionaire may have a better suggestion since hers are a little bit smaller right now with cruising.
So what do you think?
Yeah, so I think that's really good. My son, he really wasn't a carrying baby, so we didn't carry him in the like the wearable carrier that often. But I personally, like when we go anywhere, not just traveling, but when we go anywhere, I like to have his car seat because he kind of likes the rocking motion. So to fall asleep, that is. So wherever we are, like when we were at dinner or when we were on our Tinder going to the island, just wherever, no, like he always had that rocking motion. If your baby sleeps on you, like when you carry her, absolutely take it. But what I thought it was important to have whatever they slept in, and or whatever they will sleep in, I should say. So we had him in his in the stroller carrier car seat thing, and that was he slept when we were doing all the hustling and bustling. He was asleep, thankfully.
Okay, Nene, do you have any questions so far?
Oh, I do. I have tons, and I appreciate so much information you guys.
These are experienced mommies. I mean,
Yeah.
I trust them. I really trust them. And I met Armstrong Adventure's daughter one time, saw her, and said, I gotta have her on my show.
Mhm.
I immediately got
Thank you so much.
I did. And Jennifer with Chloe, it was a no-brainer.
Mhm.
It was
Thank you.
a no-brainer, So go ahead with a couple of your questions.
Thank you. First of all, great information. The carrier, we swear by it. Like, we put it on just to soothe her back to sleep all the time. The car seat and stroller combination, she loves that too. Like, give her a day and she'll fall right to sleep in it. So we appreciate y'all so much for that advice. I know Jennifer, Chloe's mom. I know you said you took her to Disney World. How was that? Because we're leaving out of Port Canaveral and we're going to go to Orlando a few days in advance. So her Gigi, as you call it.
Yes, I'm Gigi.
She's been trying to convince us to take her to Disney World. She'll only be 9 months. How was your experience? How was it like having the kid, getting them all nice and tired?
So we took Chloe at 11 months to Disney World. And I'm going to say, you know your child best. You know when they're tired, and you know them best. But be gracious and give them their breaks and just know when it's a limit. But you will not regret those memories. She was 11 months old, but she knew who Mickey Mouse was. And she knew that there was she loved it. She slept a lot, and it was nice for Daddy and I, because we would hang out then at, like Star Wars or Toy Story, things we wanted to do, but she loved it. And I think we have a short when she's 11 months old in the high chair and Mickey came around and she was just clapping. I say, do it. You may not get to everything you wanted to on your agenda, but that's okay. It's the memories and the photos are worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. You're really persuading me. I'm going to be honest, it didn't take much twisting of my arm to tell me to go to Disney World.
When she was 11 months old, we were only there 4 days, and 2 of those days were park days. We allowed ourselves a lot of rest time. And that's one thing I can stress when you're traveling with a child at any age is allow yourself time. When Andrew and I were young, grab our bags, run through the airport, we'll get drinks on the plane. Mm-hmm. Not with a child of any age. You've got to allow yourself some time, because you never know when they're going to want to throw themselves on the ground, or they're screaming, or they need a diaper change, or just they spit up. Any of those things. And patience. Time and patience are what I would suggest. But I do not regret at all taking Chloe. A lot of people told us the same thing. She's only 11 months old. That's okay. Daddy and I have memories, and we loved it.
Yeah,
I don't regret it.
That's right.
Oh, that is so true. We've both never been to Disney World. We want to go. I've been to Disneyland, so I completely understand what you mean by like the Toys Land and Star Wars Land. They're phenomenal. We were just looking at pictures that I took in Star Wars Land when I went to Disneyland. For both of you, Jennifers, how do you have fun and keep your kids entertained while you're traveling? What is that experience like for you?
Yes, I'll go. On the cruise, we went on a cruise. It was Carnival, and they have the kid drop off, the kids club, whatever that was.
Camp Ocean.
Hallelujah!
Shout out to Camp Ocean.
Best thing
ever. Our noisemaker, our squeaky toy, because they get a squeak. Camp Ocean is awesome.
Yes, it's awesome. Now, unfortunately, my little one, he was 6 months when we went on the cruise. We couldn't drop him off. They didn't have a Camp Ocean for his age group, so we had to keep him along. But he would sleep most of the time. So we besides going to like the nightclub, we still were able to do whatever we wanted to do, and we had a good time. We dropped my daughter off, and we got to see the shows we wanted to see and do everything. We had that stroller everywhere. That stroller, excuse excuse me. And we went to see all the good stuff. So,
and there may be some mobility issues. If you keep that stroller with you at all times, you're going to run into a lot of full elevators. And we see people trying to get on the elevator all the time in one of those power chairs or a a stroller or whatever. And not everybody is going to let you on. So you may have to go through a couple of cycles on the elevator as well.
Sure.
With the big stroller.
Having patience, Jen, you just said this, having that patience is key. And it's beautiful because it was me and my husband, and then we had my daughter and my son. And we tag team, honestly, because not everybody is friendly. So like either I was in the front and my husband was pushing the stroller or vice versa. And I mean, one of us, excuse me, just kind of parting way.
Part the waters, huh?
Yes, because not everybody is as friendly and moving out the way, but you know, we made sure we had a way for our kids.
Patience.
Same thing with the stroller. Going on the elevator, sometimes you do have to be assertive because if you don't step in, you know, of course you want to wait and make sure there's enough space and everything like that. But there are times where if people will just keep filling up the elevators and they won't let you on.
Right.
So just make sure, you know, you're respectful to everybody, but get on the elevator as well. And, you know, we're going to make room and it'll be fine. So yeah.
Now we're going to stick with you, Mommy Millionaire. How do you pack for the kids? What do you take and how much of this and that and the other?
Yeah, I overpacked. I overdid it. I packed the boppies, I packed the toys, I packed I was breastfeeding, but then I was also pumping, and then I needed the cleaning supplies for the bottles, and I needed I packed all that stuff. Swim toys, beach gear, all of it. I had it. Didn't need most of it. We didn't need the boppy for real. And we use the boppy. We use it a lot at home. But on vacation.
I swear by that boppy.
We got a brand new. We got a brand new.
Changer.
We got a brand new person to the panel. It's Shadeen Johnson Family Lifestyle. Hello, welcome in.
Welcome in.
If you are a YouTube content creator, we invite you to type in #creator in the comments section.
And please,
and Nightbot will drop your link.
And please connect to our guest, Embarkation Nation and Mommy Millionaire. Please connect to our guest, as well as the people in the chat.
Yeah, as well as each other too. We got a lot of good creators in the chat today.
Yeah. Okay. Now, going back to what you pack, I remember when you were on your dad's thing, you said about the diapers.
Oh yeah. I literally was like, okay, how many diapers do we use per day? Because up until this, I never really counted. We just used them. I never thought about it. And I'm like, okay, how many diapers do we use per day? And then of course I packed for a couple extra days.
Yep.
And then I was like, okay, well, what else do we need? I made sure we had enough wipes and a lot of stuff you can get. I mean, you can go to CVS in Florida and pick up a lot of this stuff, right? I just was overthinking. I wanted to make sure we had whatever we needed in case of the worst happens, whatever the worst was. But you can easily in Florida. On the cruise, they do say they do not provide diapers, wipes, or formula. So I made sure we had enough of that stuff at least on the cruise. And then if we were to run out, I just made sure we had enough for the actual cruising time. And then if we were in Florida or whatever, it wasn't a big deal because you can always run a CVS and grab whatever you need to do.
Okay, Nene, back to you. Ask your questions.
Thank you. I felt like you knew I was stockpiling over here.
Okay, good.
Jennifer, or the Mommy Millionaire, when you mentioned parting the seas with the stroller, we completely understand. We live in New York, so the streets are jam-packed. We've only taken her outside when necessary, honestly, to just like doctor's appointments and stuff. But parting the seas with the strollers, so relatable. Relatable. People squeezing in or trying to fit in on the elevators, yeah, for sure. I completely understand you there. What I want to know from both of you guys, like, what are some of the ways you entertain the kids, make sure you have fun. Jennifer, Jen, Chloe's mom, I have no idea how to differentiate here, guys. But what are some of the things you did, especially on an 8-day cruise for so long? Because we're going to be taking a 9-month-old on an 8-day cruise. What'd you do to kind of like keep them entertained and keep their schedule, honestly, with such a long
That's a good question.
So we in our intro you'll see a gray rabbit. That is Chloe's best friend. We have to have him everywhere we go. So we make sure to bring those key things that we can't sleep without. Every kid will have one or something that it's like their favorite pacifier, or bunny, or blankets. We made sure to pack those things for soothing. We also hid the ducks. There's a game on most cruises where people hide rubber duckies. We bring our own and make sure Chloe is a part of it. I've also handed it to moms with little infant children. Hey, here's a duck from us, and their kid holds it and they play, a little bit with it. They're safe. So there are like rubber ducks. That's something we've done. We kind of made it a game. We just bring those favorite things, but that are small. And I honestly also try to not bring the noisiest toys. My mother-in-law loves to send us noisy things, and those do not go on trips with us, even if they're small, because there's only so much I can handle of the same sound. But I just bring little things, and we would, we brought some little sand toys. Again, we didn't go crazy with like if we were going to a local beach, but those little things to just kind of play with in the room. At 9 months old, they will have a couple of their favorite small things to hold and rattles and I would just pack those little things. I would also pack things that are, if it's okay if it does get a little lost, like we have to keep an air tag on Bunny, but just those little things that are easy to get. I was also
that's genius.
An air tag
It's so genius. An air
that is
tag.
the most genius idea,
Bunny,
travel idea that I've heard of. You want to put air tag on the important
Their
stuff.
baby has a bunny as well that she plays with, so
yes. I was also going to say, as far as also if you're going to a hotel, I know for when we went to Disney World, we Amazon ordered to the hotel. Disney charges $6. They'll accept your Amazon order for you. They'll put it on a luggage cart if it's a big order. So we ordered food and stuff like that when we stayed for multiple days. Like we would just order those essentials like peanut butter and jelly, whatever could stay in the room. And milk, like we did order milk, like cartons of milk that could stay in the mini fridge. Just so you know, you can also maybe check with your hotel to see if you can Amazon ship. And then to save room with flying, we ordered our diapers and wipes to the hotel.
Good idea. You hear that?
I like that.
We that was just something we found easier just because, diapers and wipes can take up half a luggage if you let it. And so we just did that. And then that way, when you get to, take enough to get to your destination, obviously we always, just in case, but that is an option to maybe consider.
For me, what I found important was staying on the schedule, on my kids' schedule, kind of. I mean, it wasn't not the best as if we were home, but I know my kids take well, at least my little one will take a morning nap and then a good afternoon nap. And so, and my daughter, she will take an afternoon nap. So in the morning time, we would go hustle and bustle, go to breakfast, catch something to do in the morning time, go to the beach or what have you. But we did not miss a nap time. My kids, they get fun when they're tired. And I didn't want that level of fun. So we did not miss a nap at all. No matter where we were at, we napped. And it was nice. It was a different experience because if it was just my husband and I, we probably would have been hanging out a lot more. We don't really think to take naps if it was just us. But we enjoyed those midday naps as well. And then after the midday nap, we would go to dinner and catch a show or go to dinner and drop the baby off at Camp Ocean.
We did that.
Do whatever it was we wanted to do. but we didn't miss a nap. We tried to stay on their sleep schedule as much as possible.
Mhm.
Keep on their they eat breakfast around the same time, which is again morning, afternoon, and lunch. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Tried to keep that stuff the same, so it wasn't too much off of their routine. And then during the meantime, we were just hustling, bustling, so they were pretty tired by nap time, anyways.
Cool.
Okay, I want to ask both Jennifers this question. So, what is your ideal vacation for children? You know,
Is it a vacation with children? Tell me.
yeah.
You're still parenting. And I kind of left that in this Vista videos. I left some of the parenting of get your shoes off the bed and please, don't lick the window type stuff. Like, those things you do as a parent, because you're still a parent. But yes, you do. And I would say our favorite is definitely cruising. Disney was a lot of fun and it's, but for us, it's a lot of walking and a lot of, if you're carrying a backpack, it can be exhausting. Whereas cruising, it stays in the room and we're kind of, we didn't feel the need to carry all of our stuff all day with us. And so we felt the need to just kind of grab a couple of things that we were, to go to the show or to the splash pad or something. And so I would say cruising is definitely something we feel is easier. We have done land vacations, we've done theme park vacations and cruising, and they feel just easier to me.
Cruising is easier. I love cruising. Yes.
Wait, Jennifer?
Sure. We haven't been to too many trips yet with the kids, but what we have done was the cruise, and we went to Florida, spent some time in Florida, and I just love cruising even without kids. But I will say it's still fun. The vacation is still vacation, but accepting or knowing ahead of time is going to be a different kind of fun. So it's going to be, these are my kids' first experiences, and you'll enjoy I've been on, I don't know, a good amount of cruises. Never have I been to the Dr. Seuss parade or the Dr. Seuss breakfast. I've never even knew that was a thing.
Oh, that's fun. The parade. We caught the parade on the Dream, and it was fun. Yeah. It really was. We got ahead of it though, so we could vlog it. We went all the way to the atrium because they told us where they were going. So I'm like, let's get a jump on this thing, and there's a lot less crowd because they had started at Ocean Plaza, and we all know how busy Ocean Plaza is.
Oh my God!
And so we hightailed it through the casino and went to the atrium, and they came through. That was fun.
It is fun. It's just a different kind of fun. And just knowing it may not be the same type of trip that you probably would take kid free, but I still had a lot of fun on the kids.
Yeah, cruising is the best thing ever. And Chloe's mom, Jennifer, I want to ask you, have you done the Cat in the Hat breakfast?
We did. We actually have those videos coming out soon. I was editing them. I highly recommend it. We went to the book reading, we went to the parade, and we also went to the breakfast. It is an upcharge, but it's worth it. And then just to kind of speak to what Jennifer said, it is it's a different vacation. Like cruising in our 20s kid-free is totally different than cruising in our 30s with a 3-year-old or a child. But you just learn to take those breaks and embrace those moments. And I mean, we have been that parent that's dragging our screaming child down, like, just get her to the room, But we also we've also didn't stay on our nap schedule. So, I mean, I would say that cruising is stimulating for children. Any travel is stimulating for children, but I wouldn't let that be something I'm afraid of.
Oh, that's good. Okay, now Jennifer, Bill's daughter, I want you to tell us, because this was funny to me, and it's still funny because it's something to me that I could see happening to me when the story was told. When he took the baby out to the ocean.
Oh gosh.
Yes. Listen to this, Nene. This is me. This story is me.
Okay, so let's just even start back. So that day, it was my daughter's this that trip was her first time experiencing the beach. So the day before we went to the beach in Miami, she didn't want anything to do with the beach. So then we were at Half Moon Key and we were at the beach for maybe 5 to 6 hours. The first like 4.5, we were sitting outside playing in sand. So the last hour and a half, she was really into the beach and she really wanted to go looking for fish in the water. And so she was it took a long time to get her ready for this water. So she's in the water, we're playing, and then my dad, her grandpa, took her in the water, he's holding her so she can like see the fish and stuff, and somehow he falls. He falls. She's in the water, but she just stands up and she's crying. So she walks to me. I'm on the beach with the baby. She walks to me. My dad, by the time he realized, he stood up. He was panicking a little bit, looking for Ava, but she didn't realize that she already just walked up to me. And then he didn't have his glasses on because they were in the water. So I'm yelling like, and like I think he was still in shock, like, where is the baby? But like, I mean, it says a lot. Like my 3-year-old just got up and walked to me. So like,
yep,
they weren't deep in the water or anything. But I think it was more traumatizing for him than for her because she just was having fun with Pop. That's all she knew, and she was at the beach playing. But my dad, bless his heart, he was traumatized.
That's
I don't think he's touching another
It's
grandbaby,
like
taking
me.
another grandbaby to the water.
Thought the
And
baby
Nene,
had
it
washed his
sounds
feet.
like me, doesn't it? It sounds like something that would happen to me. Okay.
You want to know what Darius said?
What?
He goes, remember, he just said, you have a history with the falling after the ice incident.
Oh yeah. I fell on ice, you guys. I did. I fell on ice.
there is a video up on Baby's Facebook page from back in the day. You got to scroll a whole lot.
Oh, it's on YouTube too.
But yeah, she did fall in ice, and Nene was the one that was holding the camera during this video, laughing.
Mhm.
So yeah, you can check that out.
Yes. Okay. Ask some more questions, Nene.
Speaking of, I know you, Mommy Millionaire, I know you said your YouTube is full of momhood and those experiences. Can you talk a little bit about like how you transitioned or how your YouTube has transitioned from that momhood to that like traveling and inspiration?
Yeah. Well, technically I'm still working on the content, okay? So a lot of this transition is happening on the outside, pre YouTube. So my channel have one good video up, and so I'm still working on posting content and getting things posted. However, what I find, initially I started off with wanting to focus on my financial journey, but right now in my life I am focused on a financial journey, but that's not the main focus. Right now, I'm trying to figure out how to be a mom of 2 kids and a wife and clean up, and I work full time. And I'm like, how is everybody keeping a clean house, and how is everybody living? Like, how I'm looking at Jen like, oh, how is she posting all this great content? Like, I'm like, please teach me your ways, because right now I'm just trying to like, I'm happy if like the kids are clean in the bed, fed, and I can maybe clean up a little bit. Like, that's a good day. And so I'm still working on that. And so I think where I see the direction of my channel going, and again, the content isn't posted quite yet, but my journey in like figuring this out, because I'm like, how is everybody doing this? And so that's kind of where the direction of my channel will be going.
I can answer that for all content creators in the chat and on the replay. I can answer that question. Bottom line is it's a huge sacrifice. It's making the content is not hard for me. It's distributing the content, because I'll be like, okay, baby, the video's up, go ahead and distribute it. Like she's my distribution agent. Okay. If you got a team of people, one of you takes care of one thing and one of you takes care of another, it helps producing content a whole lot easier. It makes it a whole lot easier. But it is a sacrifice on both of your parts to go away from, your regular everyday life. But the rewards that you get from it is worth it to me, because I'm learning a whole lot more than what I used to know about technology. Now I'm going to have to make the sacrifice and pass that information on. And, we were discussing this on somebody else's channel earlier, but whatever knowledge and information that you could pass on, just living your everyday life, take a 1 minute short and throw it up there, and see how far it goes. And then whenever you get those milestones coming in, that'll push you to do more and more and more. So I can answer for everybody here. It is a sacrifice.
It is.
But it's well worth it.
Yeah, it is. Okay, same question, Chloe's mom.
Well, and I was going to add to you, normally you don't see Andrew and I together a lot. And, it's usually one of us is with Chloe trying to corral her. So I know on other channels, a lot of times you'll see Andrew live and you sometimes can hear Chloe screaming because I'm trying to get her in the bath or, whatever is going on. And I wouldn't want you to walk into our house right now. I would just be embarrassed because it looks like, Toys R Us threw up right now. I spend 20-30 minutes picking up toys and like 2, they're dumped back in the floor. And I'm like, really?
Yep.
And so our content is not on a schedule and we're not as organized about our content. It's kind of like once it's kind of ready and we've both looked at it at least once or twice, it'll go up on our channel. But that's been a transition for us as well, especially as we've gotten more subscribers. We feel a little more like we need to give them something. We just went on this vacation and now it's 3 weeks later we have half a video up, Yep. But it's Chloe comes first. And then,
didn't I tell you that?
The rest falls into place.
That's what I see from you. That's exactly what I see from you. And we were talking about that. I said, like the other day I was on your show, and the thing that you said to get people to understand it was time to go, and you were hanging up.
Yep.
Chloe is waking up.
Yeah.
And I said, now that's what I like.
That's a done deal. Yeah.
That's what I like. I love that statement. That was the statement of the year,
Nene, you got another one?
Oh yeah, no, I just had to add, speaking of, lived in houses, that's something I'm slowly starting to get used to. I'm kind of a neat freak, no thanks to my mom here. And now, ever since we're having a kid, especially since we're in that newborn stage, we're both still on leave. Our house is very lived in. It is very lived in, and I don't see it changing right now. Like we're just looking, mind you, we stay in a New York City apartment, so you can only imagine the square footage we have.
Mom.
So we see the pack and play, the swing, the strollers, the toys, the boppies. It's all just everywhere.
That's something Andrew and I have personally struggled with and still struggle with. It's like we found out we're having a baby and then we were having a girl, she was a girl. And then it's like everybody I knew was like, oh, you're having a girl, and truckloads of stuff just started showing up at our house. It's like, here's this huge crib. Here's this huge pack and play. Here's the swing. And well, Grammy wants to get this and Mima wants to buy this. And, oh, hey, my kid just outgrew this. Here's 2 trash bags. And I got overwhelmed. I'm still overwhelmed. I'm going to be honest. Our house is something that we're working on. And then also traveling with a kid, like when it was Andrew and I, we kind of lived out of our luggage. Well, I do. Andrew likes to move in, but I live out of my luggage. And
he's like putting things in the doors.
He likes to put.
Jennifer, I like to
had a discussion on Warmstrongs more than once. Like I like to live out of my luggage.
I can't. I'll go crazy.
I like to live out of my luggage too. Like I'm at home. I'm gonna make the place a mess. Like, there's gonna be stuff
Mhm.
everywhere, and I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, this is fine.
But
Mhm.
when you travel with Chloe, like maybe this is just our child, but it's like we're changing outfits frequently, and to get that luggage out, to open it up, it that becomes a process too.
Mhm.
And so we have learned to move in, and then I'm still adjusting because I'm used to this nice, clean stateroom on a cruise ship, and now it's like not. I mean,
Yep.
there was stuff everywhere. I was just like, oh my goodness. But you embrace it, you make memories.
Yeah, it was 3 of them in a room with us, and that was. I wouldn't call it a disaster, but I do agree that the beds need to be turned a different way, because one side of the bed had this bunk right above it, and I'm tall, and I was on that side of the bed, and it was pretty short getting through there. You know, I had to come out backwards, come out of the bed backward. It was so short in through there.
Okay. And I want to know from the moms, do the kids get their sell and sign cards?
When they're that little.
Yes.
That's what I
Yes.
thought, Nene.
Mhm.
So that means Zuri is going to be charging stuff on the ship.
That's right.
Yeah.
She's gonna be running y'all's car.
That's gonna be her dad's fault. I'm sure anything he sees that he's like, oh, she would love this. That's
Oh,
what's
yeah.
gonna go in the car.
Yeah, that's what we do
Yeah,
with
steer
ours.
clear of cherry
Now
on
you
top. That's all I'm saying.
You can set a limit for the kids, so like
Mhm.
how much you want them to spend per day. So obviously for our 6-month-old, we didn't spend anything on his card. With my daughter, I had like a $50 budget just in case she was with like my dad or something. They went off to
Mhm.
the candy store. She could have it if they needed it. But we honestly didn't use their cards. Like we kept it put up, but you do need it when you get on and off the boat. So,
Yes.
and that was something I forgot. So I had to go back and grab their cards because you do need it on and off the boat. But besides that, we didn't use the kids' card.
I held the kids' cards. Otherwise, whenever we weren't getting on and off the ship,
Yeah.
I held them.
I
Yeah.
will also say I wanted to add, for us to make it a little cheaper, we add Chloe to my mom's room. And we did have a little hassle trying to get off the ship because my mom, Chloe, was registered to my mom's room. And even though we were her parents,
Oh, my.
my mom wasn't getting off in Nassau. And we had a little bit of pushback on
Oh.
that. So I would just suggest too, if you go to customer service, you can fill out a form and just say that, just that way they have it on file. That was something we kind of learned. Also, as Chloe gets older, she wants to hold her own sail and sign card. So to kind of default her, we take an old one of ours, and that's hers because she wants to have
Okay.
them. She's in that I do it myself phase.
Right.
And so I'm scared to death she's going to lose her card or it's going to go
Me
flying
too.
on the gangway. So I bring one of our old ones that we don't really care about. That's this, that way she can hold it up and I'm like, here's her card. And then they kind of just pretend to scan hers. They're really, Carnival especially has been really good about just letting her feel like she got her card scanned. But that was something that we did.
That's a good tip.
That's a good tip.
That's a
too.
real good tip.
Yeah. For real. I like that.
Also, I thought of something about packing that I didn't add while ago.
Okay, go ahead.
I take Ziploc bags and I pack for the day. So if I know we're going into Cozumel and we have a beach excursion, I will kind of pack. I actually have one here. You may not see it because I have my thing on. But I take, I order a lot from like different companies and they send those nice little Ziploc bags. But regular Ziploc bags work too. And what I do for my day bag is I put, if we're going to Cozumel, we're going to the beach, I dress Chloe to get off the ship, but then I have her bathing suit, a couple of swim diapers, a couple of regular diapers, a small pack of wipes, and then I have a couple of change of clothes. And I throw that in my backpack. And then that way, when I go to change her at the beach, she has her bathing suit and stuff, but then I also have a Ziploc bag for those wet clothes.
Good idea.
I like that.
And I bring the puppy, like a pup, like if you have a dog and you welcome those little bags that you can clip onto a carabiner. I bring those bags for diapers, like poopy diapers, just that way to kind of do something, because, it's a diaper. And so that way it kind of reduces the smell. It's a little dog bag. And then I also bring puppy pads to put on the bed. Chloe is potty training. So I bring like puppy pads to kind of put on the bed, but also like when you're changing, you know how they start flipping those legs around and so just to kind of protect the, just to also help our room steer it out, but also to kind of just, you can fold it up, throw it away. And then that way you kind of prevent that mess. Changing pads work too, but that was just something I found too that's a little bit lighter and thicker too.
I like that.
Puppy pads.
Yeah, puppy pads.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Funny. Okay, she told me. Okay, but Chloe's mom, you didn't tell us the funniest story with traveling with Chloe.
The funniest story. Oh man, she's got many. She's a character. She's got a big personality for such a little girl. I would say, oh my goodness, I'm trying to think. Like, I would say like probably, oh goodness, I'm on the spot and I had a story. I would say for us with her, like her funniest memory is like, she thinks she's a big girl. And so we like to gamble. And so she would see Mima in there and she thought that was something that she could do. And so we would have to kind of reroute her. She figured out the cruise ship real fast. And so she knew where the casino was because that's where we meet Mima sometimes. And so I'd have to like work around the casino unless we were important. It was closed because she'd want to sit at the slot machine and that's a whole nother.
Right.
But she knew where the pizza was. And so one day we were in the elevator and she knew we were on the Lido deck and she was like, pizza. And she like pointed and she like, I mean, it was amazing to me how fast a 2-year-old figured out a cruise ship. Like we had to avoid arcades and pizza, but she figured it out. She knew. And then she also like, we dress her up in a lot of dresses, a lot of anchor dresses and stuff. And she would know. Like she was just very proud to be. I mean, she's a character. But
yeah, that's how
I just remember everybody in the elevator laughing about pizza. She knew.
Yep.
Any more questions, Nene?
Of course. For both of you guys, especially we do like to travel. We did just take a little mini road trip, as my mom mentioned, to Boston, which was really nice. She swam for the first time, so that was great. She really just loved that pool. She was like, back in her element in the water. But can you guys speak on flying with a baby? I know you touched on the TSA and the stroller for a bit, but flying with him, I'm still a little nervous with her. Like, I don't know if I want, I don't want to be that mom with the screaming child on the plane or, like the hassles of going through TSA, packing for someone else.
Yeah, so honestly, I was so surprised. I was overthinking everything. I got the little baby earmuffs. I was like, oh, it's going to be loud. They're going to need it. I was Googling stuff like, okay, how can you help a infant's ear pop? Like stuff like that. And I was like freaking out like, oh my God. This was their first flight. They both did so good. Both flying down to Miami and coming back. We're in Michigan, so it was a decent trip, and they did well. For my daughter, she was 3. We had her tablet charged. We flew Delta, so she ended up not even using her tablet because it had the little seats, and she felt like a big girl because she was able to pick her movies and play her games and stuff. For my son, I think it was just a lot going on, so he was interested in what was going on, and then we gave him a bottle and he fell asleep right there on the plane. I did end up pumping on the plane as well, so that was a little awkward, but it was fine. Everybody was very nice about it, very supportive, and that was fine. But honestly, the plane, just have whatever you need while you're holding the baby, because there'll be a lap baby. So whatever you need, pack it in your carry-on. So we had just a couple of diapers, bottles, a little rattle. I forgot the earmuffs. I left it on the kitchen table, so I didn't even bring it. And thankfully, it's so loud on the airplane, but it's almost like a white noise for the babies. So it's loud, but it's not. It's almost the same as if you were vacuuming or something. It's like a white noise. So it seemed to be very soothing. Whatever you think you need, you probably don't. Like as long as the baby is fed, you might have a little rattle, a little pacifier. You'll be fine. You'll be good. However
Okay.
you soothe the baby now is make sure you have that stuff with you and you'll be fine.
Come on, Nee.
Oh, perfect. What else is there? Oh, these typos. So, traveling with your kids, especially now, Jen, that you have an older kid, she's 3. It must be so eye-opening for them. How do you explain that we're leaving like home and we're going over here? We're like visiting this country, or like how do you immerse them into the places you're traveling to, and so they can have fun and learn a little more?
I started with watching Warmstrong Adventures videos. we would pull Pop Pop's videos on TV, and so he had my dad, Warmstrong Adventures. He has a lot of cruising content, and so we would pull it up and say, this is where we're going. This is what the beach looks like. This is the airplane. And we just started probably months in advance prior to just kind of exposing her. Okay, like this is what we're going to be doing. We will be
That's what he
walking
did to ours.
airplane. Where are they going? And we were kind of exposing her that way and getting her excited. Like, what are you going to do on the cruise? Look, they have this, they have that. And just kind of exposing her as, again, this was months in advance before we went on the cruise. So by the time we actually went to the airport and the airplanes, like she was familiar with all of it, all the terminology and everything, because we've been working on this for months now. So
okay, Chloe's mom.
Same thing. We kind of we watched YouTube when we were preparing for Disney. We watched a lot of Disney vlogs and kind of was like, we kind of used terms she knew, like we're gonna go see Mickey Mouse and this luggage is, and I did get like a little tiny Mickey Mouse backpack that she could carry. I mean, it holds maybe diaper wipes, but just little something so she felt like she was included. And then we watch a lot of our friends with cruising, Cruising is Fun Anytime, Warmstrong, How We Cruise, a lot of those we watched a lot of YouTube preparing, and Chloe's in the room. And so we would just kind of like, see that ship? You're going to go on a ship too. See the water side. And we just tried to make sure she kind of, now she sees the luggage out and she knows we're going somewhere. And then she starts trying to pack it herself, which is a whole new, that was just this last cruise. That was something new, but she tried to sneak a lot of toys in, but, but I mean, she's kind of gotten to the point now where she knows if the luggage is coming out, but we did the same thing as Mommy Millionaire. We approached it slowly and just made it part of our daily thing of like, oh, do you see the plane? Oh, do you see the ship? And she had a blast.
Okay. The areas.
Chloe's like a little teenager. She's like gaining her independence already, packing her bag, swiping her card. She's like, I got this. I've been here before, guys.
I know, guys. It's our fault. It's not a ninja's fault. That's why we only have one.
The areas. Do you have any questions for the experienced panel?
No, not really. We kind of had them.
We had we combined them all into the.
What I really want y'all, both Jennifers, to speak on is Nene. Whenever we visited them in New York City, she had this itinerary typed out for us that she sent to the areas because she was at work and he was the one that was going to, welcome us and all of that. But she texted him in all caps, this is the itinerary. Okay. Don't let them go nowhere.
By themselves.
Yeah, so she had this, she is an itinerary person. Please break it down to her how quickly her itinerary is going to fall apart with a kid.
I kind of touched on it earlier. You never know when that moment of, just overstimulation will happen or
The meltdown.
or
Let's
feelings
call it what it is. It's a meltdown.
meltdown.
Oh wait.
I just with us, we have itinerary, but we learned really quickly to throw that out the window and just take the day as it is. We try to pick like 3 things that we really want to accomplish that day, and if we get to the rest, it's a bonus.
Yeah. Same thing
It's a
for
bonus.
us.
And what about
We
you,
didn't-
Jennifer?
See a similar situation. There was no itinerary for real. We would have like 1 or 2 things picked out that we wanted to do that day, and then again, still making sure we hit those nap times and dinner times, and things take longer when you have kids with you. So like you might just go, if it was just you and your husband, you might just go get something to eat real quick and then catch the next show. But it just like meal times take longer, getting ready takes longer. So
Oh, yeah.
we didn't have too much of an itinerary. We had a couple things like the different Dr. Seuss events, and we knew we wanted to go to the beach and certain things that we knew we were going to do. So we kind of scheduled our day around that. But outside of that, that pretty much that was it. There was no itinerary.
Yeah, it goes quickly.
Any more questions, me?
I think they hit all the points that I came. Like, I got information and then some.
Okay. And Darius, do you need to know anything more about the stroller?
No, I'm gonna probably just take it out and carry it sideways.
Yeah, through the
Be
cruise
a muscle
door.
man, I guess.
Yeah.
Or all
It's
the
annoying, but you got it.
Yeah.
And Jennifer Millionaire, you used a cover at the airport for your stroller.
Mhm.
Maybe the car seat cover.
Tell them about that part.
Yeah, so we had it already with us. It was nothing fancy. I ordered it off on Amazon, just online. I want to say my dad actually has it posted under Warmstrong Adventures. You can go to his Amazon link and you can click it from there. But it is we had 2 separate bags, one for the car seat, one for the stroller, and we put it in there just to make sure that the car seat stayed clean. It was labeled, it went to where it was supposed to go, all that good stuff. So we used that. We just put it on because we didn't take the car seat, like, because our baby was a lap baby. We don't have a car seat actually on the plane with us. We just held the baby, and then we checked the car seat and the stroller. We checked it at the gate though, so we had it with us the whole airport time. But then at the gate while we were boarding, we put it in the bag, had the tags, and then we just dropped it off at the door. And then when we came back, it was right there. Everything worked out really nicely.
Okay. All right. And we would like to thank the Jennifers for being our special experienced moms. Because when I tell you they are experienced moms, because I listened to Jennifer on Warmstrong's daughter talk about their trip, and I said, oh, she knows what she's doing.
Mhm.
And then Jennifer, she shows us
Mhm.
what she does with Chloe
Yeah.
on her
In the
videos.
vlogs, yeah.
So I said, these are the most experienced people I know to get to talk to my granddaughter about her new
Mhm.
baby. So we want to thank you all because we've been on here an hour.
Yep.
And Nene, you can tell them whatever, but we thank you for being our special guest. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you guys so
Nene,
much for the
Zuri,
information.
and De'Ari.
Oh,
We appreciate
So
it
now
so
you
much.
know that it's gonna be a lot for Darius to do with the stroke, and I'm
I'm
gonna
glad you
laugh
know.
every minute.
Because you know we're right across the hall from you. So whenever we hear Dee struggling with that stroller, we're gonna open it up, and it might end up on YouTube.
Yeah, it's going to end up. What goes on the ship,
It ends up on YouTube.
yeah,
Yes.
it does. Yes,
But
but
yeah,
we'd like to thank our
thank you
chat
guys.
people for coming in. We just thank everybody.
All creators, drop your link before you leave. It's #creator in the comments section.
And
Nightbot will drop your link for you.
subscribe to Embarkation Nation as well as
Yeah, I dropped their links in the chat.
Mommy Millionaire. Okay, yeah, their links have been dropped.
Yes,
So make sure you connect
all connect to each other.
and connect to us too.
Sounds like a plan.
Yes.
We got some more people in the chat. We got the Tokyo Dolphins. Hello, welcome in.
Welcome in.
And thank you guys, everybody, for attending today. Shanster Travels was in the house. Hello,
Thank
welcome in. I know that there was a couple of more here. I'm just scrolling. The Krista Kidd. Hello, welcome in.
That's
We
my
got-
husband.
Oh, that's Krista Kidd. Hello. We got Weezy Cool. Hello, Weezy Cool. Hello, welcome in. We got the Moonlight Adventures that has visited. Hello, welcome in. And let me see. I was one. Oh yeah, Cali King. Cali King 916. Hello, welcome in. Okay, thank you, Mommy Millionaire, for dropping your link. And once again, everybody connect to each other. That's what it's all about, is connecting and growing together. Castawagos has made it in. Hello, welcome
Hello.
in. Man, a lot of people made it to the show. The JC family, hello.
Because everybody got kids.
Mm-hmm.
And and you guys that I picked are experienced.
Yes.
And it meant a lot for you all to
Mm-hmm.
come because
And Betty J, that is what it's all about. Is she said, "Oh, they're just kissing on that baby, love, love."
it's precious.
Yes.
24/7. I tell you.
I'm
miss
still in that stage. I'm like holding her all the time.
But
I'm
thank
like,
you.
Oh my God, my baby.
Enjoy it.
And yes, I was gonna say I miss that stage. Like, enjoy it, and just one thing I could say is just enjoy that moment. Don't worry, don't panic, don't stress yourself out. Just be in that
Mhm.
moment because they're all precious and just. She's
Especially
so cute.
when
I
they
can't.
fall.
It makes me want another baby. I'm like, no.
Babies bounce. Babies bounce until they're at least 5. So don't panic whenever they fall. They're good.
They bounce.
They are good. They bounce. Babies bounce. And so thank you guys all for coming in. Everybody in the chat, hit the like button on your way out. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And remember, we love you. Bye.
Thank you so much for having me, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.